Andy, a formal welcome to Ipswich Town, because you've been here a few weeks now, haven't you? But officially started the role on the 1st of June. How are things?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I've been in post-pro from the 1st of May, but I was adamant, and Mark Ashton was adamant, that I had a couple of weeks off because the 2 seasons going into one, I just needed a bit of a break. So I've been down to Devon with the family to have a little bit of a clear the air, crabbing and the normal sort of family stuff you do. And then I started yesterday, really. So I was in yesterday meeting people, planning pre-season, which is already pretty much done, but just working on those sort of things. So yeah, going well. Got some accommodation, finding my way around, and got stuck in some traffic. So yeah, all good.
How's that transition period been? Because it's been a long, well, year or year and a half for the whole country with everything that's gone on, but particularly working in football, hasn't it?
Yeah, and it's been difficult for everyone, and you know, the NHS and far more than football. Let's not think it's all about us. But yeah, you're right. It's been a difficult year. But I think there is signs that we're coming out of it now and things are improving. We're hoping to get fans back in, and although we've still got very rigorous COVID policies at the training ground and at the stadium, we can see light at the end of the tunnel. So we're putting in plans to try and return to a bit of normality, if we can remember what that is.
Tell us a little bit about your role, Andy, because it's a new position for the club.
Yeah. So the job title is Director of Performance. That gives everyone a lot of ammunition to throw everything at me, because it can be the coach turning up late can affect performance, the food can affect performance, everything. So it's a big topic. Initially, I'm concentrating on the medical team and the sports science team. I've brought in a lot of new people. I know a lot of them have been released, but we're trying to really put a lot of effort and strength into that department. We've got a new head of sports science, Andy Costin. Got a new first team fitness coach in Ash. We have got a new head of strength and conditioning called Ivan, who hasn't started yet, but will be meeting you gentlemen soon. So we're trying to put a lot of energy, and a lot of the club is supporting us really hard in that, to try and upgrade that system. Matt Bard and his medical team have done brilliantly over the last year, especially with COVID, but I think he needs some support and help. He can't be expected to do everything that he's always done. So we're trying to support that whole structure.
What do the new lads bring to the team?
Yeah, Andy Costin is an Australian gentleman. He's got great attention to detail. He's fantastic with numbers. He's got a great oversight of it all. His numbers initially will be around getting the team as fit as we possibly can, but his numbers will also roll into recruitment, the under-23s, going down through the club, making sure that they're prepared for when they come up. So really, he's a great detail and a great wealth of knowledge. He's also a specialist in developing young athletes, so I think he will bring an awful lot to us. John Ashton will, Ash, everyone calls him, is an ex-player. He's had a great career, so he's got that knowledge of what it takes to have a prolonged career, 400 games in the Football League. He's played every single league, from Premier League down to League 2. So he's got the football background, but also he's got a great wealth of experience. He's fantastic with Pilates, work in the gym, activation, warm-up. So he will really work alongside Andy. They will become a bit of a double act, and they'll be involved in getting us as fit as we possibly can.
What will your relationship be with those guys, and also with Matt and Alex Chapman and the other physios at the club?
I'm their boss, I suppose. I'm their line manager. I'm their link to Mark and the manager and stuff like that. So we go for a normal day. The normal day we will all meet as a performance team. We don't really have a medical team and a sports science team. We are one performance team. That'd be nutritionists. Everyone in part of that will be a part of that team. I will oversee that. We'll meet every morning, go through the day, who's doing what's our target, what's our aims from that session. Then me and Matt and Andy Costin will meet the manager. We'll go through that and discuss that. Okay, this is a session, what have you got planned? Go through individuals, who's doing extras. Really want to bring a high level of organisation to it. Paul has been fantastically supportive of this. He's very happy he wants us to be together, coaches, performance team, and we will be. And me and him, the important thing is that we will form a very close link to make sure that all runs as smoothly as we possibly can.
That sounds like your day-to-day or your week-to-week. What will match days be like for you?
To be honest, and everyone sort of laughs at this a little bit, match day I won't do very much. I will be at all games. I'll be at all home games, in the dressing room, and sitting near the bench to support the lads medically and whatever. But away games, I'll be a combination of upstairs overseeing it, getting ideas in the changing room. Or also some Saturdays I might be at the training ground working with injured players and doing different things like that. So yeah, away games will be, I'll be at them all, but they'll be different. But by the time 3 o'clock on a Saturday comes, I've done my bit really. There's not much more. That's really over to the coaches and the players, of course. Let's not forget they're the important ones. Yeah. So yeah, by Saturday I'm hoping to be done.
We can hear the ground staff working away. Hopefully get the pitch in good nick. Do you take an interest in that side of things, Andy? How important is that to you?
It's massive, and they've worked their socks off during the summer. I've met a couple of mainly at the training ground, and they're on my list to meet more this week and everything. But you know, the pitch looks fantastic. I think here's got a fantastic record of having a great pitch. It's always up there. So no, at the training ground they've torn up a lot of pitches and they're relaying. Looked at them, yes, they look fantastic. So no, they work really hard and they do a great job.
Although it's an off-the-pitch role, Andy, you still have to mention you dropped down a division to come here. So what was it about this challenge that excited you?
Yeah, I've been very lucky in my career. I've worked in the Championship and Premier League. This is my first time outside of those two. It's the excitement of the project, really. Mark Ashton, I've worked with him before at 2 previous clubs. He's got a fantastic ability to energise and get people on his bus. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but and I think I can see this project going. Hopefully, if all goes well and everything goes to plan, we know it won't be an easy journey, but it's an exciting journey. And I wanted to be on it early. I didn't want to be perhaps joining it in a year's time. I wanted to get on at the same time Mark and Luke and Andy and everyone else was coming. So I think that my interest is the initial stage of that project, and the work that I see myself doing now and what I like doing, what I think I'm good at, really happens early doors in the organisation. There's no good doing that in a year's time, so we need to get going now. So the excitement of the new project and the new journey, and the excitement, this is a massive club, and I think I probably didn't really, I always knew it was a big club, but until you get here and you see the infrastructure, you meet the staff and you meet people in the hotel and everyone tells you about it, it's a massive club, and I want to be part of trying to take it back where I think it should be.
Do you think Ipswich Town has that reputation? Maybe you don't see how big it is until you're on the inside, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that is true. I think perhaps, and again, I've been here really 2 days, so I don't want to judge to it, but I think that the people are very modest. We perhaps aren't very good at telling people how good we are. We're perhaps not great at saying what a great club it is. We don't sell ourselves, and perhaps that's the area and the people of it. I don't know that yet. I've only been here 2 days, but I think we need to get better at promoting ourselves. We are a massive club, and we want the best children in the area or children from around to join our academy. We want the best players to want to come here, and hopefully if we can get some excitement and different things going, that will get easier. We've got lots of plans to try and it depends a little bit on COVID, so I can't, but we've got some open training sessions where we're going to come and train here, hopefully get some school children in to watch it and try and Greek and just get things going again, really. And these things are a little bit difficult at the minute. We're waiting to see how COVID goes and whatever, but we want to really get the club connected with the fans, and we want to create a togetherness and a going forward feeling that we can only really do with the fans and support of the whole town.
What's the key experiences that you bring from the Premier League time, Andy, and from the Championship as well?
That's a great question. I think we have to be together. I think that's probably the biggest thing in my successful times of winning different things and promotions. It's been a togetherness that comes from the manager, the coaches and the staff. It probably starts with the staff, and once the staff are really together, the players will see that we're together and they would jump on. I think it also comes of only having people here that want to be here. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in the press about players leaving and whatever, and I sort of think if people, staff and players do want to leave, then we should let that happen, because we need to evolve and move on. So yeah, I think the togetherness is there, and at the end of the day also we need good players, and we need to keep them as fit as we can, and we need to keep them on the pitch, and that's been really difficult for not just for Ipswich, for myself at Bristol and other football clubs. You know, seeing Liverpool, the biggest club in the country, you know, having problems along those lines. So if they're going to have it, we have to accept football's been different over the last 2 years. Perhaps as a performance team at different clubs, we haven't adapted perhaps to COVID very quickly, and we have tried to do the things we've always done. So I think we need to adapt now to coming out of COVID, be a bit more aggressive with the gym and the rehab work and the fitness work to try and decrease the injuries and get us as fit as we possibly can.
We've got 4 pre-season fixtures, I think it is, that we've made public.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the arrangements so far and the return date for the players?
Yeah, no, great. They've got the rest of this week and another week resting. Some players have been in this week, players that we've highlighted that need special work or a bit extra work, and their attitude to it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, often you bring people in the middle of their holiday, it never goes down well, but I've got to say the lads that have been in this week have worked their socks off. They've been top draw. Next week's the down week. A lot of staff are in to get organised and whatever. Then the week after, there's some optional sessions for certain players, and players are already signing up for them because I think they know there's a change happening. They want to get on the bus early. And then we start on Saturday the 26th is the first official day of training. We do 2 days training, 1 day off, for the first 2 weeks, and then we get into the match prep, and then things change. Initially it'd be roughly three sessions a day. There'd be a pre-breakfast session which would be about stability, mobility, getting stronger, getting the bodies back used to the work they're doing because they have had a bit of time off. Then there'd be breakfast. Then there would be the main football session, the fitness session, which would be football based with top-up runs at the end. Then there'd be a lunch and a downtime period, and then in the afternoon there would be different gym session for different specific things. There'll be a lot of isometric, isotonic gym sessions, and that's basically the outline of the day.
Sounds like you're very excited for the first season, the first day of the season.
Yeah. I think we build up for a long time. There's, you're always looking forward to your holiday. You have your holiday, and I've had that now, and I feel rested and ready to go. And then I'm back in now, and the work I'm doing at the minute is a lot of computer based and a lot of planning, and that's good and not to be done, but it's not the same as the players in and the discussions with individual players. I've got a lot of learning to do as well. I don't know the players. Matt and his team have been excellent at that, and the manager's very keen to update me on what they've had in different problems, but I need to build up a knowledge of the players very quickly so that I can adapt and change things for them, because although football is a team sport and I talk about togetherness, it's a team sport played by individuals. A left back doesn't do the same as a centre back, so we need to remember that in their training, their gym and everything they do.